music business is peaks and valleys. And I'm well documented in saying if you make music your mistress, you've got to accept the mood swings. Because it's up and down. You know, you just hope that you can stay in balance. To me, I've never considered myself the best singer. I've never considered myself the best writer. I've never considered myself the best frontman. But as a package, I'm pretty good. One of the problems we face nowadays is people not caring. And nobody cares as much as the people who create the music. You don't let the machine use you. You use the technology. I'm a total control freak. I'm looking after my son, my wife, my family, and my arse. Very decadent, because everyone was trying to live what we did in the 70s over a period of years. They were trying to do over a period of months. And there was a lot of casualties, I think, there, predominantly the music. Because it started off all right, and then it just became, as I call it, the overly decorated Christmas tree. The music was not the primary interest, it was the image. And that was perpetrated by MTV blossoming into this monster that ultimately became out of control. So yeah, the focus to me should always be on the music, and the 80s, that was compromised. The most creative thing I found was booze, cognac, scotch. I'm old school. That was my thing. And there was a 1% Yorkshire common sense. I'm not saying that I didn't indulge, because I certainly overindulged and had my share of this, that, and the other. But none of it really conduces to being creative. This all came from the old jazz musicians, people thinking, wow, if I did this drug, maybe I'll sound like him, But you look at some of the finest musicians, my muse, Jimi Hendrix, was dead at 27, and that's enough to put anyone off, This is the funny thing, you've got to remember that fashion, or whatever, one of the things that was nice the other night was meeting these young guys who were very respectful and nice and telling me that I was an influence or an inspiration to them. That was really nice, because normally the next generation is the ones who throw bricks at, their previous generation. They have to try to diminish them in order to elevate themselves. Now, which happened with Seattle. They came in because that was a direct response to the overt glam that the 80s became. But they're now quite as ridiculous as we were in the 80s with those shorts and goatees. It's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to grow up and wear shorts. So it's those kind of things. You've got to be really careful what you say, because it just comes back to bite you in the bollock. The 4 songs are an appetizer for a new studio record for next year, tentatively titled Good to Be Bad. More naughtiness from Mrs. Coverdale's little boy. Mature naughtiness, but I'm still inspired by me loins, as anybody will tell you, and why not? A lot of people I've been talking to are going, oh, thank God it sounds like Whitesnake. What did he expect? 9-inch nails?